Watching this shitstorm unfold has cured my depression. Honestly, there are people arguing on this video right now as I edit this, and it's glorious. Firstly, I'd like to reiterate again that I don't take my OCs too seriously, and I don't want these videos taken too seriously. It's ironic how those think I take my OCs 100% seriously are also the ones arguing with me over fictional characters that are giving me no monetary gain whatsoever. Priorities, my dudes, please get them straight. Holy cow. First off, we have this lovely chap who says, "I hope this is a joke because I honestly cannot comprehend how you believe this. Unintentional plagiarism is a thing that exists. The story is somewhat original, but blah 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 blah. Cornelius is so blatantly said that he plays chess, has demon symbol on his body, and even shares the first letter of his name. Blah 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 blah." Okay, so firstly, it's called Blue Curse, so that was redundant. Secondly, these arguments are some of the worst in this comment section. I cannot comprehend how you believe this. Okay, well, you see, I believe it because it's true. And it's something that only I have experienced. You know, it's not like this video is here to explain that or anything. Just like how in the first fucking minute I say that this isn't a particularly serious video. I'd also like to mention that this isn't a particularly serious video. Also, do you realise that chess was a rather popular pastime back then? Chess is a hobby a lot of people have anyway. There are people in my family who have the same hobby. You ever heard of the phrase playing chess with the devil? Because it's also a thing often talked about in fiction. Here's a book literally based on the same premise of playing chess with the devil. He has a demon symbol on his body. Bitch. Where? Also, his name beginning with the letter C is a really useless point to pick up on. You most likely didn't watch the first 3 seconds of the video anyway, but I did explain why he was called Cornelius in it. Cornelius shares a name with one of the characters in Dr. Faustus, and his deceased father, Valdez, also does. And by this logic, my husband shouldn't be in this anime because his name begins with the letter C, and I must be a rip-off of Joker because my name begins with a J. Also, my dude, it can't be a shameless rip-off because it isn't a rip-off to begin with. Oh, also, this dude, oh my god, you're too protective over your OCs, but allow me to write a dissertation-length essay in the comments about how you're too protective. Logic. I'm not even gonna comment on the Scales comments, apart from the fact that this pair of people think that I'm gonna get sued or something. If anyone out there is gonna sue anyone, it would be Christopher fucking Marlowe, who wrote the script in the 16th century. Oh, but wait. He can't do that, because 1, he's dead, and 2, he based the play off of folklore, something that nobody owns and can take credit for. And how could I go through comments without mentioning this specimen? They wrote some kind of version of Woodrow Wilson's 14 points here, and it ended with, "Why are you spending time on this video if you don't care?" What makes this even better is that this was posted 2 weeks ago, and this user is still in the video arguing. I have to bring this up as well. My skeletons look like the Undertaker. My skeletons. Are we talking about all of them or just Spade? Because I have quite a few skeleton OCs. Also, you're comparing Undertaker to a literal Nazi uniform wearing skeleton with aviators, 1 arm and blonde hair. What? Oh, okay. This guy went into more detail further down. Because he has the same hat apparently. What? Spade wears a martial cap, the Undertaker wears a traditional funeral director's robes from the time period. And they're pretty historically accurate, I must say. There's no argument to be made here. I know Madrid gets a bad rep for wearing red, but now we're going to start shutting down characters for wearing black as well. Hot diggity damn, we are digging deep tonight. Okay, now that I've had that little rant, let's continue on to part 2. Friendly reminder that this is still a not too serious video, just in case you forgot.
I want you to laugh too.
Let's go more in depth about character design and character development, since people harp on about this more than anything, like the omniscient character designers they are with their 13 years of life experience. Actually no, before I get into that, why the hell has the original video got 20,000 plus views? I know all publicity is good publicity, even if it's bad, but I'm sure that 20,000 people don't give 3 shits about my OCs, and then they think they can argue with me about them. If anyone here follows me on Twitter, they'll know how much content I produce just laughing at the ludicrousy of this comment section, honestly. Legit, if you wanted to argue with me, follow me on DeviantArt, read every up-to-date piece of material about these characters, and then maybe I'll consider your point. But like I said in the original video, I am very reluctant to make any drastic changes to their appearances to appease you. Believe it or not, there are people writing actual meaningful criticism on my DeviantArt. Newsflash, I ain't gonna listen to you if your comment starts with, "Oh, your OCs look very cringy and edgy, ew." Which, by the way, is ironic, because one of the main principles of this channel is that I don't think edgy is even an insult, and cringe culture is more cringy than the material it's trying to mock. But okay, anyway, character design, again! Why all the complaints about Cornelius and CL having one eye? Tell me at what point CL only has one eye. These motherfuckers can't even count to 2. Here's a little trivia for you. Most of my characters only have one eye visible. I'm lazy like that. I think I have 2 or 3 characters where you can see both of their eyes and that's it. I do this because 1, like I said, I'm lazy, and 2, because it's easier to draw and animate one eye instead of 2. And boy, I can't wait to see how many people will lose their minds now because I said I'm studying animation and character design for a degree. I mean, you didn't have to look far to find this out, but then again, most people commenting here haven't looked any deeper than the first 2 seconds of the original video anyway. People also like to talk about clothing choices, but personally, I didn't want to bring up clothing that much in the original video because I knew the reasoning behind these choices was obvious enough without needing explanation. But you know, whatever, gotta dumb it down for this community. I love the Victorian Gothic aesthetic. It can be used to express characters' social class and personality easily. I have a small collection of similar clothes for special occasions. I like it and it personally appeals to me. And if we're gonna go into specifics here, tailcoats aren't exactly hard to come by, so quit your yapping over Malthus. Even I own a tailcoat and it ain't for cosplaying purposes. Which brings me on to another point about setting. Why did I choose this time period? Again, because it interests me and it's something I enjoy researching. As an English citizen living in England and having completed history at a GCSE and an A-level standard, it's not much of a punt to say that I enjoy history and English history in particular. Why did I choose the 1880s specifically? Because one of the focuses of my narrative is aristocracy and another is servanthood. The 1880s is one of the most modern decades that has the opinions and attitudes I wanted my characters to have. It was in the early 20th century that attitudes towards the social elite began to change, one of the main catalysts being the sinking of the Titanic in 1912 and in the First World War from 1914 to 18. I needed an era in which these events wouldn't come into my narrative, so it was decided that it would take place in the 1800s. Okay, I'll admit I didn't mention a pretty important thing in the original video. It was only after the video was uploaded did I slap myself in the face because I'd forgotten to mention it, and that thing is about my inspirations for these characters. One of the biggest inspirations and motivations is music. As hopefully all of you know by now, I'm a metalhead, and no stranger to including lyrics in my descriptions and titles on DeviantArt. It's a common stereotype that metal is all about Satan and stuff, but a lot, and I mean a lot, of my inspiration for my characters and narrative is drawn from the music I listen to. Hell, even some of my character designs are based on actual musicians. I'll play some relevant snippets now to prove my point.
Stories on
I use quite a lot of songs here to prove my point a bit better, and I use songs that inspired different characters. Hopefully you'll be able to tell which song inspired which character. In the future, I will be making OC related playlists, so more relevant songs will be included there. In the meantime, let's get this finished by talking about actual genre theory, like real theory, actual theory put forward by actual professionals. More specifically, the similarity and difference theory, a theory that explains how repetition of ideas and similar narratives are present in products reflecting the same genre. Basically, in layman's terms, plots and characters will often be reminiscent of other plots and characters because audiences feel more comfortable with familiarity, whilst differences add more depth to keep audiences engaged, which is why we have cliches like the final girl and that one annoying cliche where two friends fall out and then make up again in the middle of a film. So there you have it. Repetition is theoretically proven to be a natural thing which media makers use to progress genre and character types. Okay, I'm done with my rambling now. Thank you so much for the publicity, and if you don't believe me, then that's your problem, and I don't really care to hear why you don't believe me. Most people are born with the innate ability to just ignore things, but you know, this is the internet, and most of the people who are commenting this kind of arsecrack probably haven't even made it to the end of the video. Gotta love people with nothing better to do with their time. See you later, thanks for the views.
Pretty face again.